Hi, this is Danny Doyle, and I am here with a new playthrough. It's going to be a shorter one. It is, if you saw the video title, you know what it is. It is Pokemon Swords Isle of Armor DLC with 0 experience rules. Now, for those who are not aware, starting with Generation 6, you actually cannot ever gain 0 experience. So instead, you're always going to gain 1 or 2 points, but it's going to be a fraction of what you normally would. Think of it like Radiant Dawn or, I know Three Houses locks you into getting level ups, so their technical 0% growths is something where you actually do gain stats. But they're considered to be like minimal, so it is still technically 0% growths. So you'll see me getting 1 or 2 experience points every battle or every catch, but I'm still counting it as 0% growths. The other rule that I am putting into place is that aside from my starter and this Galarian Slowpoke, who, let's be honest, is an Isle of Armor Pokemon, I'm only allowed to use Pokemon who I catch on the Isle of Armor. Yes, the Slowpoke and the starter are technically off the Isle, but you need to have your starter at the very least, you know, as your first couple encounters or whatever. You, like, literally, the starter is the first one you get. You can't not use it. And then this Slowpoke is, while technically not a Isle of Armor encounter, it's from the DLC. It is the very first, like, you can't get it without, I guess you can get it without the DLC, but it's, like, added with the DLC, right? And it feels like the face of the DLC. Yes, Urshifu and Cubchoo are sort of the box Legos, but Galarian Slowpoke is involved in so many different aspects of the plot of the DLC, and just feels like the mascot of the DLC in many ways. Plus, you have to fight Carla or Avery if you're doing the Shield version immediately after leaving the train, so giving myself these 2 Pokemon gives me a bit of a fighting chance against her. I did also purchase some berries, because in Wedgeworth you can go to the berry shop and get berries. But other than that, the entirety of this playthrough is going to be on the Isle of Armor. So we're leaving right now, going to Armor Station, and we will never go back to the mainland since here. I have also turned off autosave. I am requiring myself to be victorious in all battles that I get in. I know that, for example, in the main story, Hops fights, oftentimes if you lose, the story still progresses. I don't think that's the case with anything in Isle of Armor, but I am still making it mandatory that I win all fights that I get into. So I'm turning off autosave so that I don't accidentally get an autosave after losing a fight and am able to progress or something like that. But yeah, without any further ado, well, I guess with very little further ado, because I'm going to be giving Oran Berries to both of my Pokemon. But now, without any further ado, we're going to go into the first, like, rival fight of this game. I kind of like what they did with the rival fights in the Armor Vial DLC for Sword and Shield, right? Carla is Sword exclusive and Avery is Shield exclusive, and they serve as basically the only mandatory fights with the exception of the one against Mustard. But you fight a different one for each version, so it feels like a different campaign. It's more than just like having the exclusive Pokemon, which is pretty cool. I've actually never fought against Clara. I did Shield version from her first ever playthrough, and so I had the Avery fights. I chose Sword for this, both because it's new and different to me, and also because Clara is probably going to be an easier rival since she specializes in the Poison type, as opposed to Avery, who specializes in the Psychic type. Specifically, this fight right here, the first Clara fight, is going to be significantly easier because of the Poison type. Because for Avery, she would have 2 Psychic types, which resist our Slowpoke's moves. But here, Clara has a Poison type that we can hit for super effective. Obviously, I start with my Score Bunny. I chose Score Bunny just because, I don't know, like, my only job is to growl this guy, right? Like, I'm gonna die pretty reliably. It's possible based on damage rolls that I don't die because I'm going to exactly 15 here, right? But it's pretty reliable that I die to the next Poison Tail. Well, I guess, actually, no. If I growl, then I don't die to this next Poison Tail. So I can get a little bit of chip off. I can either get chip off by tackling. I think it's more valuable for me to growl here. Oh, never mind. It crit. So it didn't matter. Did not matter whatsoever. Alright. Now comes Bongus, and this is the real... Oh, sorry. Ooh! Sorry about that. We're leaving that in, though. Here's Bongus. So this is the real MVP of the show. Bongus the Slowpoke. We growled just to prevent, like, to lower the damage that Bongus is going to be taking, because Bongus has to take down this Oh, I should have gone for Tackle, then. Between Tackle and, Confusion, that would have been a kill. I mean, the crit, obviously, made that not the case. But if I do lose this time around, I will know that it makes more sense to go for Growl than Tackle next time. But yeah, so here is now the Slowpoke v Slowpoke Honor Battle. Clara's Slowpoke actually only knows Acid and Confusion. For some reason, she spams Confusion, which is weird because we resist that. But honestly, I'm fine with her using weird AI purposes. Slowpoke Galar is just a pure Psychic type. It's Slowbro that gets the Poison typing. So we're just resisting Confusion. Against Slowbro, Psychic types are neutral because, you know, Poison Psychic. Psychic is super effective against Poison, and it's resisted by itself. Alright, I have to hope for a 3-turn sleep here, and also probably some special defense drops. Because Acid does have the special defense drop chance. God, this is so... Oh, no, because it was a 1-turn sleep. Clarazy? Oh, is she going to use Acid now? Yeah, she used Acid now, okay. At least we get our Berry, but I'm not sure how this fight is going to go. Come on, please drop the Spadefs. Drop the Spadef, please. Do I go for the Yawn here? I think I do. Get some more sleep turns. The thing is, if I Yawn and it's only a 1-turn... Oh, Spadef down. I think I lose now. I think I just lose. Because whoever gets their Spadef dropped more... I mean, so her Slowpoke is also dealing more damage than mine. Went for Confusion. That's good. Rather than Acid. And now Sleep. So the thing is, like, if I get only 1 turn of Sleep, then Yawn is basically, like, it's coming out neutral, basically, because I take 1 turn off to give her 1 turn off. So I think it always makes sense, unless her Slowpoke is so close to death, I think it always makes sense for me to Yawn when I have the option to. Oh, okay, her Spadef is down. Okay, 3-turn sleep. 3-turn sleep is good. That means it's waking up this turn. I think I just go for Acid and hope that I can kill it in 2 before it kills me. Ooh. I might die even to Confusion now. Oh, but we got hers. We got her. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that was, I wouldn't even say necessarily the hardest fight, but that was definitely, like, I feel like it's much more chance-based than any other fight in this playthrough is going to be. So yeah. I do love, I want to comment on Clara's, like, Splatoon-esque outfit as well. I do love that. It's not that bad, blah, blah, blah. Our dojo has a long-standing reputation. Even Leon chained here, no offense, but you're just not quite good enough. So why not go stay over the sites? Okay. Yeah, so she, much like Avery, just tries to discourage us from going. And then she gives... What's a style card? Is that just... Oh, it increases the number of, like, items and... Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I don't necessarily know that I'm going to do character customization. I did name myself Brunce Lee, which is why I chose the boy model, because this is about a dojo. But, yeah, the next mandatory fight is against Mustard. And so I'm going to catch some Pokemon on the way, and then I'm going to take on Mustard. So, Toodles. Alright, I am back. So here's what we've got, right? Because I caught all of the Wanderers I can get during clear weather. I didn't feel like waiting around for the other weathers, and looking at them, none of them look too interesting other than perhaps Zorua I could use for some AI manipulation bullshit. But here's what we got. We got Oberon. I haven't actually looked at the summary of any of them yet, so we'll be looking at them together for the first time. Flower Veil is... it's not doing double battles, so, like, it's nothing. But, you know, fairy types are always nice. And, yeah. This is a fairy type with 2 moves. That's kind of horrible. I do, however, have Arnold, the Starmie, that has Natural Cure. That could potentially be useful, especially considering I'm facing a Poison-type trainer. I don't have access to any TMs other than Swift, which you get by default prior to entering the Isle of Armor. You get it from the Professor Lady, the granddaughter of the Professor. She gives it to you before the Wild Area. You need to go to the Wild Area before the Isle of Armor. So I can't teach this thing any Psychic-type moves, unfortunately. But still, Starmie is a very good Pokemon. I got Doggo, the Rockruff. Yeah, Rockruff is fine. I don't really have any good held items for it, but it's a rock type. Like, I know the Venipede is a bug, so I know at least one Pokemon I can hit special effective against. I got Lost, the Klefki. This thing has Prankster and no status moves. Well, I guess Fairy Lock, technically speaking. Jeez Louise. Yeah, we're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel here, aren't we? This right here, though. I got Daddy, the Toxapex. Venoshock's not going to be, like, that big of a deal because, again, poison types. Most of the trainers I face against are going to be poison types. But I have a poison type to absorb toxic spikes. And that's good because I know that Clara is going to throw toxic spikes down in the final confrontation. That's the trap she ends up doing. Merciless is, you know, less good than Regenerator, but I can't re-roll for it because it was the Static Wanderer. Also, those are beefy stats. Like, this is still a Toxapex. A Toxapex is still a good Pokemon. Got Martha, the Kingler. She probably won't be ideal going against Mustard, but she'll be fine going forward. And it's nice to have Protect on a Pokemon. Protect is always a good move for, like, weird stall strategies or whatever. That's everyone I have in my party. I do want to pull up the boxes, though, as well. You saw Ubers and Bongus earlier. I got Ploofed. Ploofed was not a static. Ploofed was just, like, a regular encounter. Also, yes, I do see that it says Brunce Lee instead of Brunce Lee. I made a typo, okay? I'm embarrassed about it. But yeah, Ploofed. Oh, it has Klutz. Splash, Pound, Defense Girl, and Baby Doll Eyes. I mean, Baby Doll Eyes could be useful, perhaps. And then here we have Elvis, the Jigglypuff. And it knows Cute Charm, but its moveset is a Stockpile, Swallow, Spit Up combo. So, I mean, that's a fun meme, but somehow I don't think it's going to be too useful. There are some other, like, weather-dependent Wanderers I could get. The one big problem, however... Oh, and I'm banning the use of raids as well. But the one big problem with the Wanderers is anyone who is over level 20, I actually can't catch because I don't have any gym badges. So, we're going to run into the problem of... These are going to be the only Pokemon I can get before I fight Mustard. Other than, I guess I could wait for change weather and get other Wanderers. I also can't get any of the ocean Pokemon because I don't have the bike that lets me do that, and I don't have a fishing rod. Oh wait, no, I do. Oh, I didn't think you got the. I thought you got the fishing rod later. Like, I thought you had to go through a wild area thing to get it. All right, well, let's grab this Remoraid, I guess. Like, that's a Pokemon. We're learning things together. Well, unless you already knew it, in which case I'm learning them, and you are laughing at me not knowing things. But yeah, I banned the den Pokemon just because that basically I can just wait for whatever den I want. I do think the Wanderers basically count like statics, and so I'm allowing them. And there's one other source of Pokemon I am allowing, and that is the Alolan Tourist, who loses his Diglets and will give you some Diglets if you get the, like if you get, or he doesn't give you Diglets. He gives you a Diglett if you get enough, but he gives you Pokemon based on how many Diglets you get for him. Alright, what does Gun have? Ooh, Hustle. Hustle is interesting. And Water Pulse and Cyber. Oh, I'm so glad I found you. You're gonna be really good against Carla. I think we add to party, and I think you are better than Lost. So we send Lost to the box, and we can swap them around as we need as well. And maybe I'll come back for other, like, static wandering Pokemon. There are also, I could hunt for better versions of the wild encounters, because they do, you know, come in the higher levels. Here's the Diglett. But I don't necessarily feel like I want to do that. And I think at the very least, you know, I can take on Mustard and we'll see what we see after that. After I finish talking to this dude, man. Okay, blah, 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 blah. So, he wants me to find his Diglets. There is one very important thing as well. In addition to, like, most of the Pokemon he gives are not high level. Once you get enough Diglets, he will give you some level 30s, which could be useful, because those are the highest level Pokemon I could get, since I can't catch anything above level 20, but they're not catches. However, at 10, he gives you a regular Slowpoke, and the Slowpoke has a King's Rock. And the King's Rock could be useful, because it's a held item that I can use, and I don't have that many because, again, very early in the game. I got a Sunstone, but I'm not even sure that there's anyone I can evolve with that. Anyway, I'm gonna go hunt for as many Diglets as I can get, and then we'll see what we see. Oh, while I was looking for Diglets, I found a Chansey. Chansey is a 2% chance. You can also potentially get a Blissey, depending on the weather. Chansey is situationally going to be useful because, you know, it's a Chansey. High HP, high special bulk, no physical bulk. I don't see myself relying on Chansey too often. Honestly, probably a Chansey would be more useful in Shield, just because you're facing the Psychic types on Avery's team instead. But, you know, might as well grab her. And then I will give her a nickname, and I just did want to show that off, because that's pretty cool. Oh wait, oops. Let's check out their summary. What do we got? What do we got? Natural Cure, that is good. Look at that beefy Spadef and that beefy HP. What does Life do? Restores HP of itself and allied Pokemon. Okay, so it's like Soft Boiled. Like, since it's singles. Yeah, again, situationally, like, just could be a wall. And since I'm not allowing for the raids, I can't really get TRs either. I'm stuck with the TMs on the Isle of Armor or Swift. Alright, so here's my first Diglett prize. I got an Alolan Meowth. But it is level 5, so it's probably not going to be that useful. It knows Fake Out, I guess. So, like, if I need to get a little bit of chip or break sturdy on someone, I don't think there's ever going to be. But, you know, it's a possibility. I'll just name it Kitty. Does it even know Fake Out? I think it knows Fake Out, right? Yeah, it knows Fake Out, Growl, and Faint. So, you know, priority moves. But I don't really see, other than just, like, getting that tiny bit of chip for sturdy, a reason that I would want a level 5 that knows Fake Out. And as far as I am aware, there are no sturdy Pokemon. So, yeah. Alright, we are heading in. We're gonna meet Honey, and then Mustard. Then we have to fight Mustard. Here we are at the dojo as well. Oh, fiddlesticks. We've been hoping to welcome a new member. I'm the new member, right? Brunce Lee. Brunce Lee is the new member. Yeah, Brunce Lee is the new student. Even though Brunce Lee definitely is not supposed to be the new student. Clara is, however, like, flabbergasted that we decided to show up. I'm Brunce Lee. I actually kind of like that I made that typo now. I also love that, I mean, like, it's a small pun, but it took me a couple of seconds, like, I say seconds. It took me longer than I would like to admit to realize that honey and mustard was a pun on honey mustard. Yeah. She's downright unpleasant, isn't she? And then there's the mysterious Cubfu. Ooh. It really does feel like Slowbro, Slowpoke, and Slowking are much more central to the story than Cubfu. TBH. Alright. And now Mustard wants to challenge me to a battle. I do want to save before this fight, though, because, again, of the same rule that I mentioned earlier, where even if I am allowed to lose a fight, I'm not allowing myself to. Like, if the story would progress, I'm still not allowing myself. Oh, right. The EXP charm. Because that's something I definitely want in my no EXP playthrough. Hopefully that doesn't overwrite the no EXP effect. It'll probably boost the amount of, like, tiny EXP that we get, but, I don't think it's gonna, like, get it to the point where we're gonna actually gain levels after going in combat. Why not have a battle with me? Just say the word when you're ready. Okay, so we are gonna save. Also, I love Mustard's theme. This is, he's amazing. Who do I want in front, though? I think we put Gun in front. Yeah, I think we open with Gun and see from there. Let's fight Mustard. Get ready for the best battle theme in all of Pokemon. It's a shame that this is kind of a pushover fight. Because I love this. I love this music so much. I jam out to this shit. Alright, so here's Mindfu. So Gun was the correct choice because we Psybeam it. It's a shame that you don't, like, rematch Mustard after finishing the quest. I mean, I guess there is, technically speaking, like, the fighting against the Urshifu. Ooh, maybe Gun was not the correct choice. I should have led with someone else. Oopsie daisy. Okay, that's fine. Do we... I guess Oberon? Because Fairy is super effective against fighting, right? That's probably what we want. And we just, Draining Kiss? For some reason, this, is a special move despite clearly being contact-based. Uh-oh, super effective damage. And not very effective damage. So we will, once again, Draining Kiss. Is Oberon just gonna sweep Mustard? In that case, opening with Gun was the correct choice, because at the very least we got this song for longer. Bye, Mindfu. Have fun in Little Cup. Oh yeah, that's... the EXP charm didn't really cancel anything out. We all got +1. Alright, so now here's his ace, a level 13 Shinx. Thankfully I'm a special attacker, so Intimidate doesn't matter. I think we just spam Draining Kiss. Most challenging fight of my life. Look at this shit. I'm gonna end at full HP, aren't I? Well, I guess if I get paralyzed, that could be bad, but like... yeah, there we go. Sorry, Mustard. I love your music, but your fight is disappointing. Dun 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 dun. And that's probably the last you'll see of Oberon, because our rival specializes in the poison type. So Fairy's not ideal. That was everything you hoped for and more, huh, Mustard? I'm just disappointed you don't get to do a cooler fight against him again. Because then when you face him, I think the second time you face him, he just has Kubfu, if I'm remembering correctly. And it's just like challenging Kubfu versus Kubfu. I don't know. Not my favorite thing in the world, but we can put on the dojo uniform. Oh, it doesn't even give you a choice. You just automatically put it on. That's okay. Brunce Lee wants the dojo uniform. Hey, newbie. You want to take a break? Just use the room over there. Oh, can we use the Cramomatic? Because we could use the Cramomatic to get some ability capsules as well, potentially. There's the 3 trials. Right, we gotta fight some Slowpokes for the first one. The super fast Slowpokes. The first trial. Is she actually gonna get a uniform? Is she gonna give up her amazing... Oh, right, no, it gets stolen by the extremely fast Slowpokes. I forgot about that. So this is what I mean when I say that the Isle of Armor story feels more centered around Slowpoke than anything else. Slowpoke? Slowpoke? I love these guys. They're so goofy. Oopsie daisy. Oh, he looks so evil. You have to fight all those fast Slowpoke. Honestly, I'm glad Clara doesn't get a uniform because I love her Splatoon outfit instead. But anyway, yeah. So next time, we will take on the first trial and fight some Slowpokes. And... yeah. Toodles poodles. No, I don't want to change. Brunce Lee wants to wear the dojo uniform. Time to chase down the fast Slowpoke indeed.